I'm in here watching this documentary, right? Because we in here studying about the Indians. But the Superstition Mountains, I think that's down there in Arizona or Utah or whatnot. So some cowboys hear about, some man called the Lost Dutchman. It's called the Lost Dutchman Mine. Y'all look this up, yo. This what I'm watching in the back or whatnot. So some cowboys steal this mine from the Indians, the Mexicans or whatnot. And this Dutchman, walks up and see these Mexicans working on this mine. And he see that this is big gold inside this mine. So he go in there, kill the three Mexicans and take the map to the mine and hide the mine so he can be the only one that mine it. But, I'm looking and so, the Dutchman, he died whatnot. You know what I'm saying? After he been mining the mine for all this time or whatnot, he keeping the mine secret for all these years. All these people done tried to come find him and got close to the mine. He ends up having to kill people to hide the mine. Like one incident, he sent for his nephew, his sister from England or something, to come over and help him work the mine for the summer because he didn't trust none of the cowboys down there with this mine. You see what I'm saying? Because, he wanted to keep the money for himself. So some black lady, this man was taking care of this man called the Dutchman or whatnot. And, he was going to give his gold to her. Her name was Julia Thompson or something. I'm watching it now. I just had to pause. I was like, that's kind of ill. So he on his deathbed or whatnot. And, some other guy, cowboy, he owned the gold. He been following the Dutchman in the woods or whatnot, trying to find out where this mine is or whatnot. So, as Julia, because she owned an ice cream shop or something, and she had the Dutchman in the back room, trying to, doctor him up so he could, at least feel comfortable in his last days or whatnot. So the Dutchman, he was dying or whatnot. So she run off to get the doctor and told the little dude, I don't know, I think his name was Henry or something like that, to watch the Dutchman until she come back. So he in there talking to the Dutchman like, yo, this my chance to talk to this man so I can learn out where the, where the mine is or whatnot. So he go in there talking to him or whatnot. And then, the Dutchman, he on his last, thing, but I guess he wanted to get all that, what he had done off his consciousness before he died. So he started talking about the people he had done killed because he had been trying to hide this mine or whatnot. So he talking to the dude or whatnot. And, dude really want him to get to the point where, he talking about, yo, where's this mine at so he can go mine his treasure or whatnot. So, dude, as he dying, he finally started talking about, how to get to the mine or whatnot. So dude writing down the clues and all that, how to get to the mine. But when he get to the last clue, the Dutchman die. But he say, the Dutchman had some gold up under his bed. And so he grabs the gold up under the bed and leaves with the little clues that he had and leaves. So by the time the black lady, Julia Thompson, get back, the little dude gone with the gold, the map, and the Dutchman dead. So she goes in the wood and up in the superstitions trying to find this gold. She couldn't find. She went in the summer or whatnot. She trying to find this gold or whatnot, and she couldn't find it. So to discourage everybody else from finding it, she started making fake maps and selling them as real maps, so she can make a profit off of it too. You see what I'm saying? And uh somehow or another, I guess the Dutchman had done promised her the gold and show him, be the heir of the mine. You see, he was gonna give it to the black lady Julia Thomas. You see what I'm saying? That's what she was saying or whatnot. But she's saying that they stole the gold out from under his bed in those maps. So she made those fake maps way back then to discourage them because she couldn't find it. But her family is fighting that case right now to this day to get that, be inheritance to that gold. But anyway, she said I guess they was insinuating or not that the reason why he was going, the Dutchman was going to give her the information and the maps and the gold that was up under the bed was because he was taking care of her. And they say her store burnt down one time, and they say they think the Dutchman paid for it to get her ice cream store back up and running. But they say her family been fighting this case ever since then, and I was just like, dang, that shit ew. And, and I was like, well, dang, hold up. So ain't nobody never found this mine or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? But they got all these clues. And then, when I was watching, I was like, hold on. I looked at a disappeared episode one time, right? And it was a dude named Jesse Capon. And he went looking in the Superstition Mountains looking for this mine and disappeared. You see what I'm saying? And it's been probably hundreds of people that done went back there looking for this mine and then disappeared or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? It's people back there looking for it, and they camping back there, you know what I'm saying? You get close to it, they might kill you for it. You see what I'm saying? But there's some kind of, cowboy Indian legend or whatnot about these superstition mines. I wish I could play I could play a few seconds of it. Listen to this.
Dick's a marked man. He's the only person with the directions, or claims to have the directions, that he was followed every time he went in the mountains.
Afraid of leading rivals straight to the mine, Dick had to turn tail and head back to town. But even when Dick managed to shake off his pursuers, he found many of the Dutchman's directions simply didn't stack up.
He's looking for the old government trail. Simple. He's going to follow that. He'll find the rock that looks like a man.
The problem was that there were at least 3 old government trails. They were used by the army during the Apache Wars. Becoming increasingly desperate, Dick went back to what Waltz told him on his deathbed.
So he starts to check the only things he can check in the story that Waltz gave him.
Dick Holmes, that's the little dude I was talking about.
His nephew, he killed him in a specific place and buried him in a specific manner.
The Dutchman said he shot his nephew, dragged him by a chain, and buried him at Agua Escondido, a place Dick knew well.
Dick goes to that place, finds a grave under a shelf, just like Waltz had described, digs, finds the bones of someone, and there's a chain around the neck as if someone had used it to drag a body. So Dick thinks, well, there's got to be a lot to this.
The find at Agua Escondido may have been grisly, but at least it confirmed there was some truth to the deathbed tale. Dick now went back to the hunt with renewed vigor. His target now was the major clue, the rock that looked like a man.
But a rock that looks like a man is a matter of the eye of the beholder. If you're trying to find a particular rock that looks like, say, a man, it could be an impossibility. And then you might go down a canyon and see 3 of them, but it doesn't mean that that is the particular man.
You go through the superstitions, and there's probably 1,000 places that have a rock that looks like a man.
Dick would also have been disturbed by something else that Jacob Waltz told him from his deathbed. After all the killing, the Dutchman decided to hide the mine from prying eyes. He told Dick he had spent the winter collecting timber and cutting spars to fit over and hide the mine shaft. He then buried the logs under a deep layer of sand and rock.
He said after the first rain, you couldn't tell it was there, and you can drive a mule train over it and not know it. And he made it that solid.
In his darkest moments, Dick may have realized he could have passed over the gold lying a few feet below him. Dick would go on to spend 14 long years on his solitary search. In 1908, he finally teamed up with a partner, his 16-year-old son, George Brownie Holmes.
That's all I'm gonna play of that. Hey, but this called The Lost Dutchman Mine. This is, yo, that I'm gonna finish watching it. But listen, yo, I already know because I seen this in some research I done a long time ago. You see what I'm saying? That they've been over and they out there doing it right now, looking for this superstition mines like a tradition. And I guess cowboy history or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? And I seen one with some man with the Mexico and broke in the church. Dang, I forgot his name. He went down to Mexico and broke in the church to find these maps, to come find these this mine or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? They done found something called the Gibraltar stones or something. Now, you got to always understand, man, the European, he always looking for some treasure, man. He always looking for some treasure. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit be good as hell to watch. That's my word. But that shit called The Lost Dutchman Mine, man. Y'all go look that up. That shit a good ass story. I'm gonna finish watching and get back with y'all.